Coaches, today I want to talk about how we can better coach bigger class sizes. Some of us coach classes of up to 28 people in them, but even if your class is not that size, it could just be larger relative to your membership size. So a big class for your operation could be 16 to 18 people. Regardless, we want to focus on a few key points to make sure that we lead confidently, have good leadership, and that the class doesn't have anxiety. The first is understanding that this starts in the walkthrough, first and foremost with positive language. So if you have that larger class size, you would never want to say something like, hey guys, we have a huge class today, so we got to make sure we're partnered up to a bar. That typically is going to raise the anxiety in the room. Instead, we want to frame that positively. Guys, we have an excellent size class today. There's going to be tons of great energy in the room. Awesome opportunity to partner up with 2 to 3 folks and motivate one another. Additionally, it's setting that tone of flow that in those larger class sizes where you might have 4 people on a bar, that you're still going to be able to get the requisite amount of volume that we're looking for in that first tier. Always communicating that we're looking for about 5 quality sets in this strength tier. So if you get to the bar, guys, and you have to wait a minute or so before you can get back onto it, that's okay. That's part of the program design. If you feel like that's not enough time, it typically means that you can challenge yourself more. We're looking for quality, not necessarily quantity in that first tier. So setting that expectation in the walkthrough can really go a long way. Number 2 is your tone and your body language during the warm-up phase of that class. If you're moving quickly, if you look frantic, and if you look panicked and chaotic, then members are gonna feed off of that and they're gonna reciprocate that. And as we know, that tends to spread around the room. So as you move through the warm-up, move slowly, look up, keep your chin up, have strong body language and a confident demeanor that shows everybody that this is perfectly okay and this is exactly as we expect it. So typically the more frantic your pace becomes, the more chaotic the feel of the room is going to be. And then the third is understanding that you have time. If you have a really big class size and it requires a little bit more time to just get that setup right for people at the bar, that's okay. We always program in a buffer of about 5 to 6 minutes after the workout ends before the next class starts. So while we don't want to make a habit of it, if you do need to eat into that a little bit to create that good setup and get everybody feeling good, it's perfectly okay for you to do that. The main thing with running a bigger class size is understanding that you lead with positive communication, have strong, confident body language, and never project stress onto the room. If you do those 3 things, more often than not, your class is going to follow suit.